एक मैं बहुत ही अज़ीम शख़्सियत और बहुत ही अज़ीम एक लीडर को लेके आई हूँ, और मुझे मैं इनका बहुत इनकी शुक्रगुज़ार हूँ कि इन्होंने अपने कीमती वक़्त में से मुझे वक़्त दिया। और मैं हम इनके पास बहुत सा इल्म है, बहुत ज़्यादा इल्म है जो जिनसे हम फ़ायदा उठाएँगे, और इनकी इन्फॉर्मेशन से हम बहुत कुछ सीखेंगे। तो हम चलते हैं इनसे सवाल-ओ-जवाबात स्टार्ट करने से पहले इनसे पूछते हैं कि कैसे हैं आप? और आपका बहुत शुक्रिया, और अपने बारे में शॉर्ट सा सबको बताइए। वैसे तो सब जानते हैं आपको, लेकिन जो नहीं जानते वो भी जान जाएँगे। तो अपने बारे में थोड़ा-सा सबको बता दीजिए, और फिर उसके बाद सवाल-ओ-जवाबात स्टार्ट करते हैं।
Uh, Walaikum salam, and thank you so much, Viva. Since sisters love brothers, so I could see through your narration what you asked me. I mean, this is amazing. I really do not deserve any of the words you've said for me, but I am obliged, and it makes me more humble. And thank you so much for thinking that way. I mean, I really pray to Allah that He makes me even 10% of what you said. Over to you.
जी, आपके बारे में तो अभी मैं बहुत सा नहीं बताया। आपके बारे में तो ये भी है कि आप एक माशाल्लाह ग्लोबल अबंडेंस ऑर्गेनाइज़ेशन का मिशन विज़न, और उसके पीछे छुपी कोई सोच, जिसके पीछे आप बहुत आपकी कोशिशें हैं, मेहनतें हैं, और आपकी कोशिशें जारी भी हैं, वो आप लेके एक मिशन चल रहे हैं। तो हम उसी पे ही आज डिस्कस करेंगे कि आपका वो विज़न कहाँ से स्टार्ट हुआ, कैसे स्टार्ट हुआ, और आगे आपका क्या इरादा है। तो चलिए आपसे पूछते हैं कि आपने जो ग्लोबल अबंडेंस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन गाँव का जो आइडिया पहली बार कब सोचा, और इसका इल्म कहाँ से आया आपको?
In fact, it was like 3 months from now. Sarihan was looking for Peter H. Demendis, and he posted up asking to the people, anyone having Peter Demendis number, since Sarihan is right now in USA, as you know, and he wanted to see Peter H. Demendis. And we since we work with AI, and what I did, I just went to the computer and I just opened my laptop and I just written something, and I got three numbers and I just gave it to him, and I just got his number on the internet and I gave it to Peter Demanda's team, and asked them to connect to each other because Sarihan is here. I told them Sarihan is here in US and he wants to see you, and since he has made a school that it was your brainchild, so he wants to see you. And then Sarihan, he was stunned. Who's the man because Peter Diamandis is, he's a very important person. It's
हुँ,
very hard to get to him, and to talk to him is almost impossible because he is very busy person, and he's tremendous person, and he's always researching all the time. And now uh, this was how we got connected. Then he called, Sarihan called me, he thanked me. He's such a nice person. I told him, sir, I didn't know anything. And then you could see the interview. Then he asked me if you are available for the podcast. I want to take your podcast. So I said, sure, yes. I mean, how can I could not resist him, though it was my IDs on the Facebook world log. I was going through some difficult times I was going through,
हुँ,
and I was almost dead man. I was not talking to anybody. I was lowing. I was keeping my profile too low and rather very close, and there was nobody I was like talking to, just except few. I mean, very close and very few of the my friends in my close circle. But what he did, he asked me to uh, come up online, and I could not resist. I mean, I love him so much. He's such a loving person. Just because he is contributing to the humanities cause, it's amazing contribution. Really, I'm telling you, I mean, I cannot gauge. I can't gauge. I can't even think of what he's really contributing to the cause of nation, and he's contributing to everybody here, and globally too. He wants to alleviate the poverty, which is amazing. I mean, nobody has ever thought of it. Even our leaders and so. I mean, you look at them. They are coming and going, and they have got short-term goals. And but this person is working, and he wants to alleviate poverty through education, which is the real hardcore. thing to do, I suppose so. And the old thinkers of the world, they are unanimously confined to one point. They concludes that if you want to get elevated, I mean, even be it poverty of any stuff. I mean, it's in terms of finance, in terms of mind, in terms of any thinking. So you got to change your mindset. Peter Diamandis is the one. He's a current modern technologist, modern doc. He's a medical doctor, and he's the one. He's got 20 of his businesses running into the space directly, and there are numerous on the ground. And he is shaping the minds and hearts of the people, and he's the one, and he's got the people. He lives in the community of the people. Those who say the best way of predicting future is to create it, and this is what he's co-creating the future. He's making the earth a better place, and he's the one who's got the term massively transformative purpose, as yours is education wali, mine is abundance wala. So abundance, uh, since, I mean, we are going through very tough times since the conception of Pakistan. It's been more than 75 years now, and we are stuck in the very basic things, basic amenities, be it any. I mean, I should not. Now, we don't want to repeat this. The solution to the problem is abundance. Be it education, your education wali is eventuality is abundance in education, abundance in technology, abundance in medical science, abundance in health, abundance in anything you name, abundance even in money. But I mean, the mental abundance, the word, this my organization is much more beyond that. I mean, it's not only confined to finance, but it is sure, for sure. I mean, it works for the financial abundance too, but it's much more beyond that. Like, I mean, we've been hearing and listening, and we've grown up with the idea that will be there will be wars on water. Why would there be wars on water when 60% of the energy right now in 2025 you're using through renewable energy resources, be it solar, or be it other. I mean, through wind energy, or I mean, there are many other. I mean, there's no cost. It's 60, so probably more than 8,000 times. Sun is producing 8,000 times more than energy of the that you can use on the globe. 8,000 times more energy is coming, but we are not capitalizing on that. Now people have started doing it in even Pakistan. Even in you got solar, everybody's got solar. So there's a point. I mean, when you've got solar energy that you don't have to bill it for, so what you'll do, you can always create water out of air, and create. You can there are this is it's 92% of the earth is water. So I mean, why would there would be wars? I mean, you can always clean it. You can make it drinkable. You can make it purified. So I mean, these are exponential things. So Sarihan, he changed my life. I mean, there was a podcast, and I got to know Peter Diamandis through him. The day I have just, I'm more communicate with him. He made me alive, and now I have just kickstart this global abundance family for Pakistan, because my belief is if one person, its idea, whomsoever I've been talking and networking, everybody says yes to the idea. Nobody wants. Who would want war? I mean, you're a mother. I mean, you have your own kids. I mean, I mean, you've been disturbed over, like, I mean, it's been 48 hours. You're struggling with your young baby just because I mean, the baby is not well. And would you like this baby? I mean, somebody comes and like, I mean, do anything. I mean, if you as we are experiencing it in Gaza, who would do that? Nobody. So no, I mean, these people across, you talk to anybody, even to talk to Israelis, they as the general people, they don't want a war. But the governments, I don't know why, they are just fighting for certain. Like, I mean, there is the election going on in India. What they are doing right now, they have heated up our LOC. What for? Just because to win election, just because people. I mean, they'll enchant slogans there that, I mean, we are doing this. I mean, this. I mean, better thing is to go for education, for healthcare, for businesses, entrepreneurs. Come together, movie talk, let's we fight. Movie talk, I mean, less problems do we you have. So this is what I mean. This is what was changing point, and the formation of the Global Abundance Organization is exactly like UN is doing. But since if the governments are involved in the UN, the governments do have their own perspective and things. And no, that this, I mean, what's the difference? I mean, what difference would make this Global Abundance Organization is this people to people. As I talk to you, you talk to me, and that's what we do across the borders. I'm trying to form the opinion which is already there. I don't need to create one. See, which is already there, and I'm talking to the people. Everybody. I mean, you've been on the like the groundbreaking ceremony of the Global Abundance Organization. You were talking. You were listening to Krista. You were listening to other people from other countries. I mean, they all want peace. I mean, nobody wants to fight. I mean, in 1920s, Europe decided not to fight. Look at what they are now. I mean, this is the point of time, like here in India, Pakistan, and other countries. I mean, in Southeast Asia. Let's not fight. I mean, what? You're killing my babies. I'm killing your babies. What the hell is this? I mean, come on, nobody. This is not viable idea. And we are fighting just because my idea is better than yours. What I wear is better than yours. What I think is better than yours. No, I mean, I should not kill it for this reason. I mean, this is not enough. This is very funny. Over to you, FIFA.
जी, बिल्कुल। और सबसे पहले तो ये मुझे बात बड़ी हैरानकुन लगी कि सरहान ने आपकी बगैर प्रोफ़ाइल आपकी कोई अलाइन नहीं हुई थी, कोई कुछ भी अलाइन नहीं था, सब कुछ लॉक था। इसके बावजूद सरहान ने आपके साथ खुद कॉन्टैक्ट किया और आपके साथ जो है ना पॉडकास्ट किया। ये बहुत अहम बात है, बहुत
This
अहम
is
बात है
miraculous.
क्योंकि
Miraculous.
ये जौहरी जानता है कि हीरे की कीमत क्या है। उन्होंने आपको चुन के निकाल दिया और आपके साथ बात की और आपकी एक पूरी जर्नी जो है ना एक तरह से वो चेंज करके रख दी। वो वाक़ई बहुत यूनिक पर्सन है, उस जैसे बहुत कम पैदा होते हैं।
Yeah, I can bet my life for him. I mean,
हुँ।
I'm too emotional for him. I mean, this. I mean, he's such an amazing
जी,
person. I don't know. We do not deserve him. We do not
जी।
deserve him. The person of
कल
my state.
कल कल मुझे मुझे खुद भी ये थोड़ा-सा ये एहसास मिला है कि सर ने मुझे रिक्वेस्ट भेजी है, फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट, और मैंने एक्सेप्ट की। उसके बाद फिर उन्होंने मुझे मैसेज भी किया पर्सनल में और मुझसे बातचीत की थोड़ी-सी, और मुझे बड़ी बहुत ज़्यादा इस बात की खुशी हुई। वो कहते हैं कि आप बहुत वंडरफुल सिस्टर हैं। तो मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई।
Yeah.
मैंने कहा कि चलो इंशाल्लाह मेरा भी जो हुआ अंदर काम इंशाल्लाह मैं ज़रूर करूँगी। अच्छा, मेरा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आपसे ये है कि आप ज़रा वो हमारे पता है पाकिस्तान में बहुत लोग ऐसे हैं जिनको हाउस के मामले में बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम आती है। आप पता है हाउसिंग के सिलसिले में भी काफ़ी वर्क करते हैं, और ये अबंडेंस हाउसिंग से आप क्या मुराद लेते हैं? और इस सिलसिले में आप काम कैसे करना चाहते हैं? और अगर कोई मतलब जो जैसे कि आम रेंट पे रहने वाले लोग हैं, अक्सर जो आम लोग हैं, वो कैसे मतलब ये उनके लिए मुमकिन आप कर सकते हैं, या कैसे, क्या आपके माइंड में कोई स्ट्रैटेजी है ऐसी, या कैसे आप क्या सोचते हैं इस विषय में?
Well, I've been talking to the professionals here in Pakistan. I mean, the world without homelessness is my another venture that I have already launched, and I'm working to the professionals and people who have hard, because housing in Pakistan is a business which should not be. It's housing is a basic right. We need to mobilize the people, the end users. You know, you and me right now. We are sitting in a house. Everybody needs a house. Like, I mean, you're wearing your hijab and dupatta and everything. It's as important as your clothes. So one has to have it. This is basic birthright. Whereas in countries like ours, and maybe even developing first world countries too, it's become a business which needs to be a social housing. There has to be social housing. It has to be like रियासत होगी मांग के जैसी concept. The
हुँ।
रियासत only can be a sort of mother only when it performs its duties. You know, I'm like your own kid. If it is well or not, I mean, you are always there. So this what I'm doing. I'm trying to get all people connected, be it on supply side, those who are builder, those who are real estate agents, or those who are making a supplying housing, and other. I'm trying to connect to the government agencies who are policymakers, and there are mediatory. They are professionals. who are connecting the bridge, and there are entrepreneurs, there are investors. What I've been talking to people, I've been podcasting, I've been networking to them, and now next Saturday, not tomorrow is Saturday, the next one, I'll be kicking Pakistan housing abundance. Pakistan housing, the problem we're gonna discuss. I have been talking to a bunch of professionals. There's Abad, our association of build. Abad is Association of Builders and Developers of Pakistan, and there is another Akash group. These are people who've got intellectual people there. There's a group, they are professionals, and I am connecting a lady who is an expert. She's from Birmingham, UK. She's living in there right now, but she's from Pakistan. Dr. Sanam Malak. She is an expert on low cost housing, and I'm trying to get connected with the government of Punjab. There is a low cost housing organization there too. They are also working on this, and there have been a lot other things. I'm trying to do. There is deficit of information. There's a gap between information. People do not have the real information. What I want to do is to we need to mobilize people. People should come and they should go out and they should ask for their right. If you do not, and we do not ask for the right of our own right, and we need the policy, and we need that, like right now, what we are financing in my house building finance company limited, we are financing for 15.5%, which has just dropped to 2% now, and this is 13.5% right now, if at all. I mean, if you go for this, but still this is higher enough, just because inflation is beyond the limits of the people, and there's a lot of inflation. I mean, people do not have enough to eat. I mean, they can't send their school kids to back to school. I mean, if at all they get sick, I mean, they can't go to hospitals. So what I'm trying to do, and what the difference I can make is I can take everybody to one platform, and that is Pakistan Abundance Summit, and there is housing summit too. One of the there are different islands, there are different departments, and one is housing, like yours is education. So what we'll do, we'll get connected, we'll talk to the people, right? The podcasting is an insane networking technology. I understand. I've been talking to anybody, whomsoever I have podcast, he becomes my very good friend. There was a lady in Mauritius. I was talking to her. She was very busy professional. She asked me that she's got only 25 minutes to talk to me. She spoke to me 1 hour and 1.5 hour on air, and then when we went off air, she she gave me another 1.5 hour. We were talking. She was amazed with the idea of global abundance organization. She's for peace. Everybody's for peace, and we've got the similar problems around the globe. Everybody wants mental peace, financial peace, and everybody wants to be the peace. So this is housing is one of the cause. In fact, it was my massively transformative purpose. While talking to Sir Rehan, I just told him, and he asked me, "What do you want to do?" I said, "This is what I want to do, because I've been doing it for over more than 2 decades now." So he said, "Okay, this is your." Then he asked me, "No, you need even higher objective." He asked me, "Okay, work for housing is fine, but you need to work for abundance. Abundance is ultimate goal. I mean, eventuality is everybody wants abundance in everything, starting from mental abundance, monetary and financial abundance, education abundance, peace abundance. You want relationship abundance too. Everything, everyone wants everything in abundance. I mean, nobody wants to live in scarcity, which is opposite of abundance. So this is what I mean. We need to talk. We need to talk to each other, and I am sure that people will have enough courage to come in, and they're everybody, whomsoever I'm talking, they are presenting their everything. Despite there are people in India. There are people in India. I'm talking to them. They say, "Yes, we are for peace. We don't want to fight." And this is what I'm crying. This group and this thinking needs to grow more and more. Like in Europe, they don't fight. I mean, did you ever hear of any war in Europe in
Hmm.
1920? And right after that, I mean, look at the peace, prosperity, and look at the prosperity there. Look at the abundance there. This is what I mean. Why are we fighting for? Why India
Hmm.
and Pakistan are fighting for? Just because one says my idea is better than others, what I eat is better than yours. I mean, come on. I mean, you eat your stuff, you food. I mean, you don't want to eat something, don't. I mean, if I am saying let live and let live, this is ultimate. This one has to do. The world has already concluded this thinking too. We need to follow only. I mean, we do not need to reinvent the wheel. Over to you.
यार ये आपके पास इतना इल्म है कि हमारे जो है वो एक सवालात इतने हैं कि मुझे लगता है कि ये घंटे भी हमारे लिए कम होंगे। तो माशाल्लाह इतना इल्म आपके पास है और बहुत अच्छी सोच है। अच्छा मैं एक और आपसे पूछना चाहूँगी कि जैसे आपने स्पिरिचुअल और कल्चरल हार्मनी को भी एक पिलर बनाया है। और ये किस हद तक ज़रूरी है और सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट के लिए किस हद तक है ये ज़रूरी?
Well, every society has its own culture. I mean, like look at your own self, and
हुँ,
what we need is to respect the differences. You know, with
हुँ,
Sheikh Sadi, when he defines love, he says it is not to look at each other; it is to look in one direction.
हुँ,
I mean, you know, husband says to his wife, and his wife says to him that I love you. She reciprocates to each other. It's not only deeper to that context. It is like looking to one direction. Okay,
हुँ,
now with the social, it's more of emotional. We
हुँ,
are, I mean, we are social animal. No, we are much more than social animal. Even animals do live in herds, and they live together. I mean, if you watch, I mean, since you may not have the direct interaction with animals, but I mean you can go and watch National Geographic Channel, and so you would see all animals living in herds and in their own tribes and together. Okay. Now we are emotional. Look at yourself. Since your kids are a bit down, so you're down. If
हुँ,
you're all thing is happy, it gets you a lot of energy. If I say anything negative to you, this will make your day bad. I mean, if I say positive, I mean this. I mean, and then comes the culture, what you wear, what you eat, how you live, and how you live socially. And this is very important, and we need to learn. If I mean, if you wear hijab, and this is best and the best and the best of it, any of the
हुँ,
dresses, there's like good, better, best. So the good
हुँ,
dressing is like covering somebody's nicely dressed. I mean, decently.
हुँ।
And the better is if you put better one, and the best is this one. What you are wearing, this is the best. I
सही
mean,
बात है। ये वैसे भी कीमती वो कहते हैं ना कि जितनी हमारी पास कीमती चीज़ होती है, हम उसको ज़्यादा छुपा के रखते हैं, लॉक में रखते हैं, हम उसे कवर करके रखते हैं। तो अल्लाह ताला ने और इस्लाम ने औरत को बहुत ज़्यादा मुकाम दिया है, एक कीमती चीज़ बनाया है और ये जितनी छुपी रहेगी और छुप के अपने वर्क करे। देखिए ना अल्लाह के नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के दौर में बड़ी लेडीज़ ने जंगें भी लड़ी हैं। और इसलिए लेडीज़ काम कर सकती हैं, लेडीज़ सब कुछ कर सकती हैं पर्दे में रह के, तो इंशाल्लाह मैं करती भी हूँ और मैं मिसाल कायम भी कर रही हूँ और करती भी रहूँगी। अच्छा, आप ये बताएँ कि ग्लोबल अबंडेंस फंड का जो मैकेनिज़्म क्या है और किस तरह ये ग्राउंड प्रोजेक्ट को फंड करता है?
well, I mean, this organization has never been meant to raise funds. No, we
अच्छा।
are not trying to do anything which needs a lot of funds. We may, whenever there are some when we organize some events, like we are organizing Pakistan Abundance Summit in April 2026, next
हुँ,
April. What we'll be doing is we'll be offering tickets. Whosoever wants to join, will there will be tickets, and
हुँ,
the amount of cost will be just to bear the facilities. Will be giving the food and nourishment, the lodging and everything. That will be
हुँ,
only extent to that extent. The prime objective is to get people connected,
हुँ,
that socialize. I mean, people should come all from all over the world to Pakistan. And
हुँ,
I have been talking to the people of tech industry, the software housing people, especially e-commerce guys, to asking them to get prepared, try to podcast people across the globe, and so that they have their good connections, and then they come to one platform. For the best thing, if you want me to explain, is Peter H. Tremendous. He's Abundance 360. He
Hmm.
holds it every year, and this was 13th of the Abundance 360 that he has held in 2025, and he is doing an amazing work for the last 20 more than 20 years now, and
Hmm.
he has founded Singularity University. He has that's working on the most modern technologies. This is awesome, and he's working on they work on AI. Now they're working on artificial general intelligence, and then there is very fastly it is coming artificial super intelligence. That means this AI would be feeling like human. That we feel pain, pleasure. There are only two feelings. One is pain, and other is pleasure. So one we want pleasure, and we run away from pain. So this is what that's what we want to be operated here in Pakistan. I want
Hmm.
people to come into Pakistan and get connected people to people. And you must have heard in India, like more than 6 months now, they've kicked a
Hmm.
huge summit. This is what governments do. I mean, yes, I mean everything. There has to be some fund. I mean, your question is too valid. I mean, very on the track you are of. If you ask, I mean, how we gonna get this funding? But we are only coming from, since we are not in any business, and if at all this abundance cement kicks off, then there would be business and there would be things. And then that will again be under the umbrella of Constitution of Pakistan, Constitution of the world, and under the umbrella of we've got our own charter of Global Abundance Organization. It will be according to and that has to be as per normal laws in the across the globe. We do have, yes, there can be fundraising, but there's none. I mean, at the moment, I mean, there's no, because we have no such venture that needs funds.
या मतलब वहाँ पे जो हमारी यूनिक सबकी जो अपनी-अपनी सोच है, सोच में जो अबंडेंस है, वो वहाँ पे उसकी वैल्यू की जाएगी। वहाँ पे आपकी जो सोच के जो आइडियाज़ हैं, उसकी वैल्यू की जाएगी और आपके कनेक्शंस नेटवर्किंग जो है ना, वो आपकी मज़ीद बढ़ेगी। और अच्छा आप किस किस्म के लोगों को ऑर्गनाइज़ेशन का गाँव के साथ जोड़ने की दावत देते हैं? किस किस्म के लोग हों? मतलब थोड़ा-सा इस बारे में बताएँ ताकि कोई आम सुनने वाला इंसान उसको आसान वर्ड्स में बताएँ, ताकि वो आम सुनने वाला इंसान भी जिसके पास बड़े यूनिक आइडियाज़ होते हैं और वो भी आपसे जुड़े और वो किस तरीके से आपके साथ कॉन्टैक्ट कर सकता है?
I may not say insan, but unique. Every person is unique and important, because this
हुँ,
is Allah's creation, and this is best of the best creation that I mean, he.
हुँ,
So it's unique and important. Be it any
100%,
person, and
100%, हुँ,
this global abundance is global. It's for
हुँ,
everybody. Like yeah, Allah is addressing to the Nas, to the people. It's
हुँ,
not confined to one nation, one tribe, or one sect, or one thinking. No, it's globally. Whosoever is of conscious mind, who's got his heart and brain working positively, is part of this organization. And this nobody is the owner, but everybody is the everyone is the owner of this organization. Just because you love your kids, I love mine. Everybody loves their kids. I mean, this is for the kids. One thing is
हुँ,
common: there's the kids and there's the love, and then there are people. So this is for the sake of humanity. This is against wars, against
हुँ,
any negativity, for peace and prosperity. It is for since war is a business. So what we're gonna do? I am trying to inculcate the people. I'm trying. You see my internees. Look at them. You're gonna see them how I have got some small kids. Sarihan is giving me internees, and I'm trying to train them. I'm not training them, but myself. I'm also being trained for myself.
हुँ,
So
ज़बरदस्त।
to think what I'm gonna do is these young kids, as Sarihan says, that these young kids gonna solve problems. They're gonna propose the solution even to Kashmir, be it anyone, any problem, be it water, electricity, or any of the problems we have. So They what they're gonna do? They're gonna propose a solution. They're gonna tell the government to do this, and by the time they get a little elder, and what we are doing, we are trying to connect people of they can be of impact. What we want to do, we want to create impact. We are soldiers of Sarihan, and I say I have just devised in the name for the students of Sarihan, Rihanians, like Sargottis, like Arabians, like Abdalians. So in your program, I am giving a name to Sarihan student Rihanians.
ज़बरदस्त।
You're Pakistani, you're Iranian, you're Egyptian, you're could
हुँ,
be any. So this is school of thought that
हुँ,
is solution oriented. That these
हुँ,
these young champs, when they get a little older, they're gonna solve the problem of the world, and
हुँ।
all the peace prosperity gonna be there. So this is what I over to you.
अच्छा, तो आपने बहुत ये ज़बरदस्त यार रिहानियंस ये हम तो रिहानियंस हैं ही और ये है कि अच्छा मैं आपको ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि जैसे कि आपने अभी ये गाँव का जो आइडिया है आपका, लोगों को जब आप इस बारे में बताते हैं, जब लोगों के सामने ये रखते हैं, तो आपका कैसा तजुर्बा रहा है कि मतलब लोगों के क्या रिएक्शंस मिले आपको?
Would they simply love this? I mean, come on. I mean, if I am there and talking about your kids, I'm talking your husband, I'm here talking about your family, and I'm giving you certain ideas which are helping you. They're making you happier. There is more prosperity in your life. Anything you go to doctor and they're getting you some solution prescription, and what do you do? I mean, you thank him. I mean, everybody's so in love with the idea. Well, I mean, since the UN has been working with the governments, but the governments
हुँ,
do have their own problems. I mean, there are leaders; they have got on there. But look, the masses. This has to come from the masses, and the people they're gonna speak for themselves. What I'm trying to do is just to give. I'm voicing their heart. Global Abundant Organization gonna voice your heart's feeling. Well, we are only giving words to what you think for your kids and for the whole humanity. Why would I want that my hard-earned money, my tax money goes for bullets? No, I want buy tractors, do factories and schools and colleges and hospitals and playgrounds. This should be made instead of making tanks and bullets and bombs. And then I mean, what a tractor do, what a tank does. I mean, look at yourself. I mean, you can think for yourself. I mean,
हुँ,
as people are amazed. I'm talking to hardest of the people in India. I'm talking to different religions, different
हुँ,
countries. They all
हुँ,
of they whosoever is listening to this and is in love with the idea of abundance, because I mean
हुँ,
you very hardly get, there's no organization working for abundance. This
बिल्कुल।
was the first one on the entire globe. I mean, this is the new name. You find, I mean, you won't find. This is the only global abundance organization is the one that we've got. So this makes me worrisome also, because I mean, this is such a huge responsibility that I mean, it's very easy saying than doing. So but I mean, this is getting me energies equally. I mean, this is getting me energy. FIFA, do I tell you this is 9:52 already, and our teacher gonna kill us? I mean, just because we are out of class, we were supposed to be back in 9:40, but this is already 9:52. Do you want to go back to the class, or you want to continue the interview? I'm equally good for any option you take.
ठीक है, हमारे पास सवाल तो बहुत सारे हैं और हमारे शो का टाइम भी खत्म हो रहा है, तो बहुत सारे और भी मेरे पास बहुत सारे सवालात हैं आपसे पूछने के लिए, लेकिन अभी हम इसको एंड करते हैं और एंड पे मैं आपका बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करती हूँ। वैसे एंड पे मैंने एक सवाल जो बहुत अहम था, जो मेरे माइंड में घूम रहा था, वो सबसे पहले तो ये कि वो सबसे आपके साथ अगर कोई इस टीम में शामिल होना चाहता है, तो वो आपके साथ कैसे राब्ता करे? वो आप ज़रा जल्दी से बता दीजिए सबको। और साथ में जी, बता दीजिए।
You know my website and my Facebook, and I've got YouTube channel too, and I am always available. You can connect me anyhow. You want to connect me through Messenger, is you can connect me globally through Messenger. This is Zafar. If you go for this is old one, Zafar Housing Wala. If you find Zafar Housing Wala You will find me. If you want to find me, Zafar Abundance Wala, you Google me, you will find me, and then you
हुँ।
can have my links there. Else, I mean, my number is 034551660000.
नहीं, ज़बरदस्त ज़फ़र भाई आपका बहुत शुक्रिया। आपका विज़न और जज़्बा जो है हम सबके साथ आपने शेयर किया और आपका काम सिर्फ़ एक ऑर्गेनाइज़ेशन ही नहीं बल्कि एक ग्लोबल मूवमेंट बन चुका है और हम दुआ गो हैं कि ये एक गाँव अपने मिशन में कामयाब हो और दुनिया को बेहतरीन बनाने में आपका किरदार रोशन तरीन हो। तो और इसके साथ ही क्योंकि ज़ुबान कोई भी जानवर हो या इंसान या ज़्यादातर ये बॉर्डर्स को ख़त्म करते हुए हर इंसान प्यार की और एहसास की ज़ुबान समझता है। तो डेफ़िनेटली आप ज़्यादातर वही चीज़ अंदर लेके आ रहे हैं। में बेसिक यही चीज़ है और बहुत शुक्रिया आपका और इसके साथ ही हम अपने व्यूअर से इजाज़त चाहते हैं क्योंकि हमारा इंटरव्यू का हमारा शो ख़त्म हो रहा है और हमारे पास सवालात बहुत सारे हैं और मौका मिला तो इंशाल्लाह दोबारा ज़रूर ज़फ़र भाई से मुलाकात होगी, इसी बारे में दोबारा इंटरव्यू होगा। तो आपका बहुत शुक्रिया। अभी हमें तब तक के लिए इजाज़त दीजिए, नए मिलेंगे किसी नेक्स्ट वंडरफुल से गेस्ट के साथ। तब तक के लिए